So this is the beginning of my new crafty Chronicles week, and today is Friday, April 30, I think, 30. So I am still at my mom's house. I think that I will be here for another couple of weeks. We are looking for apartments right now. They actually did sell the apartment in Ashkelon, and my husband is coming over today. And next week we are going to see some places for ourselves. Hopefully we'll find something good that we will be able to stay at, for a while. And we'll see about buying our own place. It's practically impossible to buy a place for a young couple if you don't have a very large amount of money saved, because the cost of an apartment, even the smaller apartment, is really high. And if you are living with expenses, which is practically impossible to live without them, especially if you are living in a rental apartment or something like that, you are incapable of storing money, because you have to pay for the apartment, which is really expensive as well. It's even more expensive of paying mortgage for your own place. So yeah, it's really expensive. Plus you have to pay all the bills around it, plus you have to eat, plus you have a baby, plus you have a car, and everything is just crazy. Anyways, I hope that the video that I uploaded last was in good quality, because I do not have my computer here. I don't have my program that I edit with, so I did do it on my phone. I have some random program to edit the video on my phone, so that's really difficult right now. So this is hopefully a good enough quality for you. Please write if the quality of last video was okay. I don't have any transitions that I usually do in my videos, or the effects that sometimes I add, but I think that's enough. I hope that the quality is enough. So this is my release kit. This is the elongated flowers one, and I did move the hoop a little bit higher. The fun thing about this project is that it's really easy to stitch, and it's not a full coverage. So you basically just stitch around a little bit, and then you just go up. And let me just show you. I just rolled out the some of the fabric, well, the entire bottom side of the fabric, and look what I have. So this is it. Look how beautiful it looks. I think that it looks beautiful. It is really kind of crooked but well, it was rolled in, so it's not really straight. I will be washing it after I finish, and of course maybe iron it a little bit. So yeah, but I think that altogether this is a really, really beautiful project. I think that the bright colors on black is looking amazing. Okay, so I did make a really bad mistake over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm just going to point with this. This is a clip that I used to, close my fabric down. So I missed one row over here, and I skipped one row. So this whole thing, this whole green area is one how do I call it, one row up. It's taken a row from my flower. I don't know why I skipped it, but I have an example over here. Look, can you see where this ends, this little thingy? And this green one is kind of in the air. So that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be right on top of these crosses. And that's what I did. I actually skipped one row, and for some reason I had in my mind that I had to skip it. And then when I actually started stitching around this area, I ended up realizing that I have something not working for me by the chart. So I did kind of change the appearance of the flowers, so it kind of looks a little weird over here, but what can I do? I decided not to remove it, just, you know, just flow with it. It is a flower, so maybe it's just covered a little bit more. So I just added a couple more crosses over here. This little row, I just added it. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be like this is supposed to be over here. So that's the mistake that I made. Thankfully, I did not go with this whole leaf by this one. I just went from down here, and I didn't make a mistake around. So this is the only area where I made the mistake. So yeah, that's a bad thing. But I think that it's fine. It looks the same. And if you are not seeing the chart and you don't know that that happened, you probably won't even notice the change, the difference. This area, you see, I have only a couple of empty spots over here, and there's supposed to be a lot more. So I did stitch this not in place. This was not supposed to be there. Okay, but that happens. So next I am going to stitch the project that I'm going to show you in a second. I am starting work on Sunday. I actually decided that maybe I need to get out of the house a little bit because I'm just going crazy. So Marky is going to stay with my mom, and I am going to work not all week, maybe a couple of days a week, just, you know, to get some cash and to have some time for myself a little bit because I'm going crazy. So I am going back to work at a cash register. I know that it's something that I didn't didn't want to do. I am not feeling right working in a cash register. I do think that every profession, every job is good for, you know, for the money that you're making, because it is a job and doesn't matter what you really do. You do provide for your family. But I am a graphic designer. You probably know that, those of you who are following me. I am 10 years experience. I have 10 years of experience working in one spot. And you know, after sitting in an office and people are making appointments to see you, going back to work at a cash register, it's really kind of, you know, for me, it was humiliating at some point. But I decided I don't really care. Plus, the place that I'm going to is a place that I worked in for 5 years when I was younger. When I was studying in the college that I finished my graphic design, I was working in that store. Of course, it's changed names, but some of the people are still working there. And I know everybody there, and the whole kind of experience over there is a lot different than the place that I worked at when I was pregnant. If you can remember, I had a really bad experience working for like 2 months when I was in the end of my pregnancy, and that was when the first corona blew up and people started going crazy. I did talk about it a while ago when I was pregnant. It was a long time ago, but that experience was really bad. The staff over there was really bad. Everybody was really not nice. The job kind of work timing was really off over there. If you were supposed to like finish your job at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, nobody came in to change you to exchange with you, or I don't know how to say it right, like to take your shift from you, and you were supposed to like sit 2 more hours before people actually came to work. So that was something really crazy, especially for a woman pregnant on her 7th month. Plus, like I said, the whole environment was really off and really not nice. This place I know, this place I worked at, I know all the people, I know I actually do know a lot of clients, so it's not going to be that bad. So I'm not going to be working for the entire week. I'm going to be working like for 3-4 days a week, and that will be enough. Plus, I'll be helping my hubby with his expenses, because he is the only one providing right now. And if we are going to live by ourselves on a rental, he will need some help. He will not be pulling all of us by himself. So anyways, let me show you what I'm going to be stitching next, like today. I don't have all my projects with me, unfortunately. I don't know if you'll be able to bring them to me today or tomorrow. For now, I have just a couple of projects that I took with me when I left, and I thought that maybe I'll pick them up a little later, but I don't have the way to do that right now. If only he could bring them to me. We'll see, because I need him to bring Marky's crib today, and that's really important because he's sleeping with me on the bed and he's really active now, so I'm afraid that he'll fall off at some point. So basically bringing me my kids is kind of second place if not fifth. But for now, the projects that I do have with me, maybe that will give me the push to finish them a little earlier. But okay, so let's just see what I'm going to be stitching this. I'm going to just put it aside, and this is it. So this is the other Rioli skit that I have. This is the Sakura Pagoda, and it's kind of off. You probably can't see the bottom over here, but this is what I'm going to be stitching next. I have kind of progressed with it pretty well. I think that today will be a good progress as well. I am stitching it from Saga. Thank God I took my tablet and the charger with me. Thank God, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to stitch anything else but my flowers. I also have 2 more projects with me. One that is my Heaven and Earth, and that's a good thing. And the other one is the Pandemic Long Dog. So that's the 4 projects that I have with me. Again, unfortunately, I really wish I had my projects with me, but I don't. And I kind of really want to stitch something that I have over there, like my swan and flowers, or the chimeras, or the 12 beauties. That's really sad. Anyways, this is my next project. I am not able to insert an image of before right now, so I'm going to just be showing you what I'm going to be stitching next, and you'll be able to see the difference in a couple of seconds when I show you the finished result. So this is the beginning, and let's see what I'm able to stitch during this Friday. Today is the 3rd of May, and it's been 3 days, and I have been stitching this one. Like I said, I've started working, so I've been kind of on kind of a student type of thing for the last 2 days, but I don't really need to learn because I've already known what to do. So basically I just kind of learning little stuff that they have, like barcodes and stuff. But basically I was working by myself today. I've been thinking about it a lot today. I had the chance to try and go find a job at a kindergarten, and that's something that I was thinking about a lot. But then I thought that maybe that will be difficult, or maybe that's not exactly what I want, because I am not going to, well, I'm not a kindergarten teacher, so I don't have the ability to do the same things as she does. So going to work in a kindergarten, especially that I want to work with little babies, there is a way for me to go work there. I did have job interview that I was supposed to have, but I didn't go. So the thing is that the helper at a place like that is basically all she does is change diapers, feed the babies, change beddings and stuff like that. So I don't really know if that's exactly what I wanted. Though it will be maybe better than working in a supermarket at a cash register. But to be honest, the store that I went to now is a place that I have known for ages. I have worked there for 5 years when I was, when I was really young. At the time when I went to school and I was studying in college and I was working there, and I've worked there for 5 years. So I know a lot of the girls that worked there back then are still there. Well, not a lot of them, but quite like a couple of them. So they know me. The atmosphere is pretty good. It's nothing like the place that I worked for before, the one that I told you about, where they kind of didn't even care that I was pregnant. But this place is different. It has a different staff. It has it's better. Let's just say that. Plus, I'm not going to make a career as a cashier. I just want to get out of the house. I need to like do halfway working stuff because I want to help my husband with the, with money. We will have to buy furniture, buy new stuff. So that's something that I want to help him with so we won't get in debt and something like that. Anyways, I've been working for the last 2 days. Plus, Marky's been fussy at nighttime, so I'm kind of really, really, really tired. Last night he woke up at 2 o'clock at night. I fed him, and then up until 4 o'clock in the morning, he was fussing around. He was crying. I held him in my arms. I tried to put him back to bed. And he eventually fell asleep, but it was almost 4 o'clock in the morning and I had to wake up at 6:30. So I didn't get some enough sleep. Okay, so let's get back to cross stitch. This is what I've been stitching. This is my Rioli's kit. This is the Sakura. I've showed you what I was going to stitch. I am keeping to it. I still don't have my computer here. We will move everything when my husband will move here because he is still living in that apartment in Ashkelon that we lived in, and I don't want to take his computer, his connection to the internet. So I am going to be using kind of an app to edit and upload my videos, and hopefully it will be good enough. Please tell me if the quality is good enough because I don't know if the rendering of the video is in the same quality that it was before. But hopefully it will be enough. Also, none of my kids are still here. Tomorrow my husband is coming here, so hopefully he'll bring some of my kids with him. I don't know if he'll have enough space in his car because he's bringing other stuff, and but I hope that maybe he'll bring my projects that I was working on, so I'll be able to exchange some because I am, well, if you notice, basically stitching the same thing over and over again. But this one is I've been stitching it for 3 days, like I said, from the 30th till the 2nd, till yesterday. Today I didn't stitch at all yet. It's 5:30 in the evening and I want to stitch a little bit. So this is what I have. Look how beautiful it is. It's kind of a mix between pastels and really delicate pinks, which is the Sakura, and the Pagoda is really, really beautiful, coming along very well. A lot of confetti, but not like a spread one, not like a spread confetti. I mean, it's more something like this, where you have like different kind of crosses all over the place. But it's pretty logical, so it's easy to stitch, especially that I'm stitching it from Saga. But let me show you. This is Saga, and on the 30th, I've stitched 411. On the 1st of May, I stitched 367 crosses, and on the 2nd 100 crosses, which was yesterday. Altogether, I've crossed the 50%, which is amazing. I have 50.38% stitched, and I have 3,477 and a half crosses stitched, which is a great progress. Okay, now I'm going to put this aside. The next project that I'm going to be working on, maybe for the next like day or 2 or 3, I don't know how long it's going to be. By the way, probably noticed my videos are coming out maybe with some delays, because I don't really have the same stitching, arrangement as I did before, and I don't have as much time right now. So let me show you what I'm going to be stitching next, and it's going to be this is going to be my Heaven and Earth. I'm using Pattern Keeper, by the way, to stitch this one. Pattern Keeper, of course, reads PDFs with charts, which is a great thing. If I had this before, when I stitched my Asian Fantasy, it would have went a lot faster, but I didn't. So I have this and I am going to be stitching this. Look how beautiful it is. I think that, well, out of all the projects around, Heaven and Earth is still one of the best. They do have a lot of problems. I think that sometimes the charts are not really well worked on. I mean, sometimes you have singles that are kind of in a weird place. But I try to stitch all of them. I try to go by the chart exactly, because I'm kind of nervous if I'm kind of going to miss a cross over here and exchange it with a different color, that altogether the whole picture is going to look a little different, but hopefully it won't. So I have this confetti to finish. This is a checkboard. This is the background. By the way, I hate stitching backgrounds, but for sake of this project, I am willing to overlook it, and I'm willing to stitch it as much as I am, as much as I have the power to, I guess. Anyways, this is my next project for the next couple of days. Hopefully you will enjoy and, see the difference when I show it to you next. Look what he's doing. This is what's going on with baby boy right now. I know it's been a while since I've last shown him. Yeah, but he's being grumpy. Stop it. He learned how to walk by the couch, and now he is trying to stand up all the time. And he's being a naughty little boy. And he stole all my cards. Do you see? No, don't yell. Anyways, he is being really bad today. Yeah. So now he's coming over, I think. Anyways, he is crawling all over the place, and look, can you tell how fast? Anyways, this is what we have right now, and this is what we are dealing with. Plus, we are now sitting by ourselves, and we are doing weird stuff. Yeah, and I need to stop him before he drops something. But right now, I just want to show you what I've been stitching for the last couple of days. I know that my videos started being a little more like spread apart, but I'm sorry, I just don't have enough time to stitch right now because I've started working, and I kind of try to find myself and my spot in this whole thing. Plus, I think found an apartment which is pretty nice. It's a garden apartment, which is a cool thing because we're going to have a little yard and maybe have some fun. Okay, so let me show you what I've been stitching before I came to my mom's house, because I did not film it. I forgot to film it, and then I just left really fast and I didn't show it to you. That was my Swan and Roses. I did progress with it quite a bit. Unfortunately, I cannot insert a picture of how it looked like before, but well, you probably, if you do remember my previous videos where I did show it, you probably will see the difference because I've stitched quite a bit of it. And then yesterday and the day before, I've stitched my Heaven and Earth, which is yeah, something that I am kind of complaining about just because I hate stitching backgrounds. So let me just show it to you. So this is exhibit number 1. I hope that it won't be too noisy because he's playing around with his toys and he's being kind of really active today. But this is Swan and Roses. I haven't shown it to you for a while now, I know. But like I said, I did stitch it before I left the house where I lived in. And stop it! But I did not film it. So this is just a little, you know, remembering of what I've stitched before. And look at this. I have kind of finished half of it, I think, almost. I did go all the way up. I turned it around and I stitched from the bottom side up, kind of like this, because it's pretty large and it's not really comfortable to stitch you know, up there. So what I've been doing is just turning it around and stitching the opposite side, and this is what we have. Pretty much cute. I like the way the crosses are looking. They're pretty straight and they're looking kind of neat, I think, but I do not really enjoy the coverage because like I said before, this is Linda 27 count, stitched with DMC thread, with 2/2, and I don't really like the coverage. I would prefer to stitch it on 32 count Murana, which I am using for my botanical gardens, and that's the perfect coverage for me. So this is basically it. I think that you can definitely see the difference. It's pretty looking pretty good. I cannot insert an image of how it's supposed to look like because I don't have my computer and I'm editing this on my phone. So stop yelling. So this is just what's going to be right now up until the point where I'm going to get back my computer and look what's going on over here. Sorry for my... He's trying to climb. Yeah. Mark. Hey, baby. Okay, so project number 2, which I was stitching for the last 2 days, is this. This is my Heaven and Earth. This is Garden. You probably know this already. And it is one of my favorite projects. But this I hate. I absolutely hate stitching backgrounds. It's my most hated stitching experience. Look at this. It looks really, really... It's not difficult to stitch. It's only like 2.5 colors. But it's kind of a checkboard. And it's so annoying when you have to stitch it because you kind of have to skip. Even if you make mistakes over here, it's not that important because really you cannot really see. It's not anything really special. It's just background. When you go a little further, I think, I don't know, it is, it looks fine, but when I look at it up close, it looks weird. So somebody just sat down and he wasn't really sure if he's going to cry or not. He looked at me. Okay. So I cannot wait to start stitching the flower again and stop stitching the bottom side, which has a lot of the background. It's kind of difficult for me to stitch the background and I get really tired fast and then I just want to put it aside. So this is my progress with this one. You can't really see a lot of difference, maybe just around this area, which is not that interesting. I think for this week it's going to be the end. He just almost fell down. Hopefully it was interesting. I hope that I will be able to film a little more and it won't be that noisy. Just my mom is out of the house and nobody is sitting with Mark for now. Yeah, anyways, I'll try to stitch something interesting today. I don't know if I'll have enough time because I'm working since 4 o'clock, from 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and now it's already 10 o'clock, so I'll see if I'll be able to stitch something today. I hope so. That's really relaxing for me. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I love you all. Give me thumbs up, subscribe if you like my channel and if you want to help me grow. And I will see you soon in my next video. I love you all and bye bye.